ValveTime.net.
Hi, and welcome to the ValveTime News. Each week we'll bring you the biggest talking points regarding Valve and the community. Now, the news. It was another big week for Valve, as evidence of several internal projects were discovered on the company's project management and bug tracking software Jira after a software error allowed any public IP to access Valve's internal tickets. The system was quickly locked off by Valve after a number of Reddit users spammed the ticket service with pornography, but not before several community members managed to take screenshots of a number of important and noticeable project listings, including Half-Life 3, Left 4 Dead 3, Source 2, and many more. We were sent a small number of these screenshots by an anonymous source, which revealed a partially complete list of employees involved with the creation of Half-Life 3, including writers Chet Falazek, Eric Wolpaw, and Mark Laidlaw, and designers such as Adam Foster and ex-Valve composer Kelly Bailey, who left the company in March 2011. However, we have since heard rumors stating that Kelly Bailey may have indeed returned to the company to work in collaboration with current Valve composer Mike Moraski. After breaking the leaked news and screenshots on our front page, several news sources came forward with local downloaded copies of the webpage, providing us with a fully accessible ticket list featuring around 800 total projects. Unfortunately, the downloaded version only includes data from the first page of the Half-Life 3 group, preventing us from checking which employees were involved with other projects. While a number of the projects were clearly listed as jokes, including the likes of Wub Wub Wub, Yo Dog, and Gay Ben, the majority of the projects were all legitimate workgroups, while others were secondary lists set up for recreational activities, including a softball team and a soup club. Several other famous and cancelled projects also appear in the full list, including F-Stop, SOB, Piston Test, Return to Ravenholm, and Episode 3, all of which appeared alongside mysterious groups such as Steam MMO, Cries Unheard, and Microbe Wars. While we unfortunately have no other information regarding the status or progression of these projects, we can confirm that they are in fact real, as a number of Valve employees, including Half-Life and Dota 2 writer Mark Laidlaw, have since confirmed that the tracker list is indeed the one used internally at the company. Several Valve employees have also hinted that the company isn't particularly worried or concerned about the unearthed information, as nothing potentially compromising or exploitable was discovered or stolen. While I'm sure you'd love to hear us sit around and talk about the list all day, we do have other news to get to, so we've included a link to our full write-up over at ValveTime.net if you'd like to learn more about our discoveries. Our reporter Smash also compiled a full list of every project name included on the webpage, which you can find at a pastebin link also available in the video description. After an update to the Steam client beta earlier this week, data miners unearthed some code fragments which hint at the potential arrival of some interesting new Steam features. The first code fragment, found in the SteamUI-English.txt file, hints at the upcoming possibility of a Steam shared game library feature, which may allow users to borrow or lend games to and from friends. While the 3 strings found in the text file provide limited information about the upcoming feature, we hypothesize that this new sharing license may work similar to the planned family sharing feature, which was set to appear at Microsoft's Xbox One console before the company scrapped the plan late last week. The planned sharing feature allowed users to designate a certain number of family members who would be given access to the user's shared library of games, as long as no more than one person was using the feature at the same time. Another code fragment discovered elsewhere hints at a future update which may add music and/or video playback to Steam, most likely in the form of Spotify support, as the service is referenced several times. The code also references a variety of specific commands including play, pause, play next, play previous, start using Spotify, log in Spotify, and many more. Similarly to the shared library function, the unearthed code provides little context regarding how this new service may function, but we'll keep you posted if either of these interesting features surfaces sometime in the future. This week's Dota 2 patch has introduced support for a series of upcoming new features set to appear in upcoming patches as the game approaches its official release later this summer. One change includes the introduction of guild support, which, after being activated with next week's patch, will allow players to join, create, and design their own in-game communities, which will presumably make organizing parties, joining games, and communicating amongst large groups of friends easier and more straightforward. The interactive compendium was also updated with 7 pages worth of predictions for the main International 3 event, and a new page displaying the results of the Team Cup for each week by displaying the rare loot awarded to players who locked in names of the winning team and players. A variety of new unreleased cosmetic item sets were added to the game files for Centaur Warrunner, Faceless Void, Pudge, Skeleton King, Skywrath Mage, and Slardar, all of which will presumably become available in the Dota 2 store sometime soon. A number of assets for the 5 remaining unreleased tutorials were also added, providing an insight into how new players will progress once the final quests are added. The map icons and preview images for the final few tutorials have revealed that while the second location will follow a narrative similar to the first tutorial, locations 3 and 4 will focus more on teaching the player direct mechanics in the middle lane of the game's main map. Location 5 is also set to take place in the main map as a bot practice match, while the 6th and final tutorial will place new players in a game together with a limited hero pool, allowing them to safely learn and understand the game's basic mechanics in a real gameplay scenario before being introduced to the current 95+ hero roster. Players who complete tutorials 3, 4, 5, and 6 will receive a new item for every quest they complete as part of a Gunslinger set for Sniper, introduced into the game file several weeks ago. For more information on this week's Dota 2 patch, be sure to head on over to ValveTime.net for our full write-up, a link to which has been provided in the video description alongside links to Cyborg Matt's patch analysis and the game's official changelog over on the Dota 2 wiki. A new blog post entitled Transitioning to Launch Mode was released on the Dota 2 website on Friday of this week, which details the changes and preparations Valve are making to get the game ready for the game's official launch. The post primarily discusses how the launch of Dota 2 will essentially function as a rolling start, releasing the game to large amounts of players in controlled batches in order to maintain the game's back-end infrastructure and to prevent disruption to existing players. Valve also discusses how they've been preparing the game coordinator clusters and game servers in order to accommodate for Steam's biggest and fastest growing community, all of which you can read about over on the Dota 2 blog available via a link in the video description. In similar news, some of you may have noticed a ValveTime Dota 2 announcer pack we uploaded earlier this week, which is a preview of a project for the Steam Workshop we've been working on for several months now. Our new Dota 2 announcer pack features over 1,100 unique voice lines from yours truly, as we're looking to put a new exciting twist on the game's standard commentary by offering a massive amount of variety, originality, and most importantly, fun! We've included a link to the video and the Steam Workshop post in the video description, and hopefully you'll head on over and listen to me talk about things I barely understand for around 57 minutes. This guy's intellect is out of this world. Yeah! Don't forget to rate us while you're visiting our Steam Workshop page, as every vote helps move us closer to having our pack officially included in the game. If you've ever wanted to hear my voice in a video game, now is your chance to help make that dream a reality. I mean, come on, more James for everybody. What's there to lose? Valve designer and creator of the Minerva Metastasis mod, Adam Foster, took to Gamasutra earlier this week to provide some new insight into the Portal 2 announcement ARG, which took place in early March 2010. In Foster's lengthy post, he discusses how the team at Valve meticulously planned methods to use Morse code, MD5 hashes, BBS codes, and more to slowly reveal information about the new game to Portal's most dedicated fans. The post goes into far too much detail for us to realistically discuss here, and if you were following Valve back in 2010, you've most likely heard a lot of it before. However, we still recommend you check the article out, as it does include a number of interesting design justifications and behind-the-scenes information regarding some extremely fun coincidences which cropped up during the alternate reality game. We've included a link to the Gamasutra article in the video description, should you want to check it out. The Team Fortress 2 cast have been busy this week, just not with their own game. An announcement trailer for the PC version of Joe Danger and Joe Danger 2 the movie was released by developers Hello Games earlier this week, which revealed that everyone's favorite hat-wearing mercenaries are set to appear as playable characters alongside Minecraft's Steve, when both games are released as set on Steam on Monday, June the 24th. A few days later, developers at Bossa Studios released an announcement trailer for the new crossover involving Surgeon Simulator 2013, which will see Team Fortress 2's Heavy and Medic star in a special level inspired by the heart transplant operation seen in Meet the Medic. The new level was added to the game and made freely available on Friday of this week, so update your game client now if you're looking to accidentally kill patients during complex surgery scenarios. In similar news, if you're looking for your Team Fortress 2 fix, but you're frustrated by the lack of substantial content updates as of late, fear not. The TF2Maps.net community are currently in the final hours of their 4th annual 72-hour mapping contest, which began on Friday, June the 21st, 2013, and is set to run for, you guessed it, 72 hours. The contest pits many of the Team Fortress 2 community's most talented map designers against each other for the chance of winning a number of fabulous games by creating the best map they possibly can in the space of 3 days, which really isn't as long as it seems. Many of the entrants have live streams running for the duration of the competition, so we've included a link to the main contest thread in the video description should you want to head over and check out some brand new community-made maps, or if you just want to watch their designers in action. The community usually playtests and rates the map sometime after the 72-hour duration ends, so we'd highly recommend heading over to check out the competition. You'd honestly be surprised by the quality of maps certain mappers are able to produce in such a short period of time. An update to the Steam Greenlight on June the 13th announced a new set of greenlit titles, but somehow we managed to miss the news on last week's show, so we thought we'd play catch up to make sure we're all up to date. The new Steam Greenlight update introduced a total of 7 new greenlit projects, including 6 games and 1 software title. Some of the new greenlit games include The Forest, a first-person survival horror simulator, Assetto Corsa, a realistic racing simulator, and Guns 2: The Second Duel, a first-person shooter, fighting, over-the-top parkour thing. On the software front, Heaven Benchmarking was added, a popular system stress testing tool created by Unigine Corp, designed to test and evaluate computers in order to find and rate their technical power and limitations. We'll be sure to keep you up to date with more updates to Steam Greenlight as they appear. We just hope we'll be on time for the next batch. That brings us to the end of another week of Valve news. Don't forget to head on over to the Steam Workshop, as every vote will help us try to get our new ValveTime Dota 2 announcer pack added to the game's official store and prove to us that every minute of working our butts off will have been worth it. Thanks for the support, and we love you all, except you, Andrew. You know who you are. Don't forget to subscribe for more ValveTime videos, news, and reviews coming soon. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.